I hope you beautiful lot. My name's Jason and this is my 80s podcast. You put the boom boom into my heart. Right, here comes the intro. That was a bit spinny, wasn't it? Take a good look at this. Eurovision. So, last year, I did a great video with Karen, Kazzie and Wendy. Eurovision from 1980 to 1989, all the winners, talking about and playing some sounds, having a guess of what track it was. And it was absolute. I thought it was brilliant. But it was a year ago. So I'm going to revamp it a little bit and just put the same one out, just so it can get another reboot, because I just think this was a brilliant episode. And it's all about Eurovision. And we're on Eurovision week now. Well, it's Eurovision Day-ish before. So please take a look and a listen at my version, our version of Eurovision in the 80s from 1980 to 1989. Brilliant.
Podcast, you put the boom boom into my Eurovision, yeah! Eurovision, keep going like that. Eurovision, yay! Right, it's Eurovision episode, so we're going to be talking about 80s Eurovision from 1980 to 1989, just the winners. But first, these, I wasn't going to say these ladies have been begging me to do this, name that boom boom, but they haven't. I just want to sing. So it's nothing to do, it's not, I tried to do a Eurovision one, but I just couldn't find anything. So this is, you ready ladies, this is Name That Boom Boom, normal style. So you will get this first, you don't get this first one, but you will get this first one. You ready?
Yeah.
It's Fine Freddy telling me everything's high, DJ spinning, I say in my mind. Flash is flash, flash is cool, bonsoir, bonsoir. I might as well as gone United Kingdom fat points. Why Munich set twat?
You might as well have talked it in German.
I can't even sing it. Fine Fat Freddy told me everything is high. DJ spinning, playing my man. Flash is flash, flash is good. Von Blonde, Rapture. That was the rap bit from Rapture.
No. No, I'm still none the wiser.
Have you not heard Blonde's Rapture?
No.
No. Philistines. Right, number 2, you will get this one. Tommy used to work in the docks. Unions being on strike.
Living on a prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're halfway there.
Whoa. Living on a prayer.
Yay. Right, third, but not third. It is third. As I watch you move across the moonlit room, there's so much tenderness in your loving. I just felt that when I was reading that, I felt like I was going, It's called Breathe, Hands to Heaven.
Yeah.
Hands to heaven, I pray.
Yeah.
You will. Ladies, promise me, on this orange mic, good job I didn't put the pink one on. The orange one was, while colour lights up your face, let's say, sway through the crowd in an empty space.
In an empty space.
That's all I can think of is an empty space.
Right.
Say it again.
While colours light up your face, let's sway through the crowd of an empty space.
I know the tune.
Go on, I'm going to sing it. Let's dance.
Oh, right.
David Bauer. Good old Bauer.
Put on your red shoes and dance with me.
There you go. Yay! Last but not least, you will.
We will get this one.
You'll get this one. Right. He lived with the bottle, that's the way he is. He says his body's too old for working. He says his body's too young to look like this.
Sounds like me.
When I read that, I thought, Jay, you just read your life story on a piece of paper.
I'm too old for working.
I am. He lives with the bottle, that's the way he is. He says his body's too old for working. He says his body's too young to look like this. I thought last name's Chapman.
Tracy.
Hey, fast car. You got a fast car. That's all I wanted to sing. Fast car.
Okay.
Well, that was it.
Oh, okay.
They
Did well,
got
didn't we?
every single one of them right. Right, let's get on to the Eurovision. Are you ready, ladies?
Yeah, go on.
Right. So we're going to do the Eurovision winners from 1980 to 1989. And I didn't realise in the 80s, Eurovision in 1980 was the 20th. Well, because they have so many editions, don't they? So it was their 25th edition of the contest, and it took place in Hague. I thought it said Prague. It was Hague in Netherlands, which agreed to stage it after Israel, who won twice, said they declined to host it. I didn't realise they were allowed to decline it. To be fair, I know
It's because of the Holocaust, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know when it was. I'm not 100% sure when what it was, but I think
It was to do with they had it was a Holocaust memorial on the day that they were supposed to be doing it.
That's probably why
they said we can't do it because it's a special day and we have to commemorate that. So that's why they didn't. Anyway.
Okay, that's probably what. Because they're not. And I didn't realise, to be honest, that the Eurovision was when it first started. There were only 7 countries in it, wasn't there? I mean,
yeah.
There's loads now. You know what I mean? And there's
there was still less in the 80s than there is now.
Yeah. And I didn't realise. It's like the UK. I think the first ever one the UK didn't go into because they were celebrating. It's a bit like what they did. I think when it first started in the 50s. I think I'm sure it was 50s. I can't remember. Someone will probably quote me wrong. UK didn't go in the first one because I think they were a bit like. They were celebrating something massive. They were celebrating, so they couldn't win it. But they've been in it since. They've won about 4 times. Right. So what I'm going to. So this is going to be. So I'm going to let you listen. So this is 1980s winner, and I'm going to. So fingers crossed this will work. So this is your 1980s winner, and it's the Mr. Johnny Logan. Come on. Such a long time. Looking out for you, but you're not here. What another year? You think that the 80s?
It was very smooth, wasn't he?
Yeah, very.
White suit.
Black shirt.
Black hair.
Oh, yeah.
A little baby face.
He was. He got a little tiny baby face, bless him. Got the voice. See that? I didn't. I mean, I have to be honest. I didn't realise that he released. Because Johnny released his. I think he said he released his first single in '78. I didn't realise he was that old. To be honest,
I know what you were, didn't he?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's like, and he was, and he participated. I didn't realise he participated in the Irish selection for the Eurovision contest in some time, and where he came third. You just think, and then won it. You know what I mean? In Ireland, and you just think the song was a bit. That song was massive, wasn't it? In the 80s, all over Europe.
143 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez. And because when you think now. It's like when you think about it now. Yeah. They have to have a lot.
Well, there was only 19, I think, in there anyway.
What's that?
I think there was, yeah.
So I haven't got that many.
It's really bizarre because that is one of the ones I can always remember. Is what's the good old John? What's another year? I always remember that. I was
17 when that came out.
God, how old would you have been? Yeah, because you'd have been 17.
That's the same age as me, isn't she? So she's been 16, 17.
And when I think
I was 8. I was 18 with my first child.
We weren't far apart, were we?
God.
No, excuse me. I'm a year younger than you.
God. Don't know about a different.
She just looks older than me.
That's rude.
Oh, what's another year? We've been waiting such a long time. What's another year?
It's called Filters.
It is. Tell you what. You can tell
so what was the month it was out then in 1980?
They're all around May. They're all around May time when because it comes out.
Yeah.
And you've always been around May time, and I think sometimes because he was like, I mean, it's been good. I mean, it's like when we had the pandemic, that was the only time that they cancelled the whole show.
Yeah.
The first time ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the 80s, when it was always out on ran out. It's normally around about the 11th or the 17th of May. You know what I mean? It's around
daughter
that.
would have been 2 months old
Aww.
in
Oh,
1980.
Oh.
In the 80s, yeah. Bless her. Right, come on. That was 1980. This is the 1981 one, and I want you.
Oh, I'm not doing any
I
dancing.
want you dancing.
No, I'm not doing dancing.
You ready? Listen.
We'll make it stand up.
Go on, a bit of.
Tell you what,
Oh, please.
Make your mind up. Let your intuition take me from behind.
That's what my band is like. That's the
Let your
aww. Are you going to do the ripping of the skirt?
stick blood. You see it?
Only a little bit.
Oh, sitting there giving good old. I didn't really, I'll tell you. I was quite surprised at some of the stuff I learned about.
I reckon they only won it because they ripped the skirts off. Yeah.
But do you know what I
Should
thought
go like that,
really-
shouldn't I?
when I was doing
Yeah.
there you go, you should have done it when you I found really tough because I didn't realise that Bucks Fizz were actually they were specially formed for the Eurovision. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had only been together a few weeks before.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
It says the group was specially formed for the Eurovision. Obviously, Mike, Nolan,
I
Sharon
didn't know that.
Baker, Bobby, and Jay Aston. I love Jay Aston. She used to make me smile. Jay Aston was. She was.
It wasn't my favourite.
She was the rebel of them all, though, weren't she? She was.
Yeah,
She was the one who
Mm,
didn't toe the line.
I didn't really. I didn't gel with her very well.
Most people did like with Cheryl, didn't they?
Yeah, I
know,
felt that
but I-
Jay was all for the camera. I just.
She was. She was
Oh,
brilliant.
so much.
She would have had them puppies out.
She
if
was
she could have
pouting, and she used to do that on all her videos.
She's still doing it.
Jay.
Me and Kazzie saw it in September
Yeah, she's still
2022.
doing it now.
I do love Jay Aston.
There was three
She's
of them. There was
brilliant.
one of them missing.
Yeah, it's the fizz. Bobby G was missing.
It's because I
He's
didn't
done his
realise
own.
and he didn't want anything to do with them. But I didn't because it's like I out of all the Eurovision, I always remember Bucks Fizz winning probably the most for me. I remember Johnny in 80, but I remember Bucks Fizz in 81 because it was like the first time. I think it was one of the first times.
Yeah, as well, wasn't it? With them.
Yeah, and I think it was the first time we'd won in a SWAT in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was something different, and it was like, and I think you're right, and I always do believe, as great as the song was, it's like when you watch Eurovision,
They had a
especially
gimmick.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what
definitely
you
had a
have to
gimmick.
have. And I think whipping them skirts off was just
What's that film, isn't
Yeah.
it? You gotta have a gimmick.
yeah.
You wanna-
And I think when you do Eurovision, especially early on in Eurovision, because I mean nowadays you've got all the technology and you can have all these all singing, all dancing lads, but in the 80s you had to just sing.
You had to have something
And you had-
special.
You know what I mean? So if
Did you
and it's
know
like-
as well that Velcro sold out within the first 48 hours of that programme?
Yeah, and that's because of them tops.
Because of
and
them,
them
everyone
spares.
went out and bought Velcro.
Yeah. I was trying to look for them. I didn't realise them tops because I always wanted one of them tops. But
Yeah.
they were specially made for them. That's why you can't get them.
Yeah.
You can't
So
get
you
them
must
ones.
be able to get them now.
You can get like someone that looks like I've made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't get the original, can
yeah,
you?
they're
So
quite.
I've written down who got last
Oh, we've got what on the
Oh,
in that
who got
Eurovision?
last?
in that one. And it was
Who was that?
Norway with nil point.
It's really bizarre. It's really bizarre because when you look at some of the other ones, Norway's one of them that wins in the 80s, which is really.
But they got.
So you can go for.
They got nothing.
Yeah, do you know, I used to love. They used to go United Kingdom, 5 points. Wyoming.
Wyoming. Yeah.
Wyoming. That's all he used to. I have no idea what it means. It's
not
just
the 80s. I know it's not the 80s, but just one of the facts I found out today. UK didn't vote for ABBA.
No, we didn't.
No.
At all. Big mistake.
Big mistake.
Huge. Massive mistake.
Huge. That was huge.
That was from a film, wasn't it? That was then. Me doing that. But no, they didn't. And the thing is with Bucks Fizz as well, because they was one of the ones that went. I mean, they had massive success after that, didn't they?
Yeah.
They had like.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice and love Can We Never Lies with them.
I love that.
Favourite songs. Bucks Fizz, My Camera, and then they had like the Land of Make Believe.
Oh, the sun.
Oh, I love that one. It's my
favourite. Makes no sense, the lyrics.
No, I always think them Bucks Fizz lyrics of someone's been on some sort of like.
Yeah. They did try and do a sexy one where they were dressed up in like jungle. What was that one? They were all dressed up like Tarzan and stuff, and they all tried to be a bit sexy, but it didn't really work. I think Jay was in it, but Cheryl, no, certainly, but she can't be sexy.
Bless her. Right, so we're going to go on to 1982's winner, which was. Now I remember this one as well, so I will let you listen to this one. So this is 1982. I was remember she sang this in English, didn't she?
Yeah, that makes a big difference as well.
Yeah. And that I always remember. I remember that when I used to watch it. I remember that as well a lot because it's like you said, she sang it in English, didn't she? Which made it even more appealing to people because I think when you sang, it was Germany winner, wasn't it? 1982.
Yeah.
And Nicole was. I was going to pronounce some of these names, but damn, it's good. In Bisschen Frieden. I am going to start pronouncing it because people used to mock me when I used to do that because I'm terrible at pronouncing that things. It's brilliant. But yes, that topped the chart all over in several European countries. That sold millions.
What was our English singer that used to sing all those folks? Because the folk songs were all in, weren't they? Like the Nanimous Story.
They were in
all of those kind of songs were.
They were in 82, but I have to be honest, I didn't realise that song was as big as it was. But then I suppose it's like the good thing about Eurovision, isn't it? It's all different. Because the thing is, we all have different sounds of what we like of our music. You know what I mean? We don't all like the same. It's like now, is it? None of us like the same music. We all like different music. And I think with especially Eurovision, and especially in the 80s, I didn't realise that song was one of the most successful songs to emerge. Because especially when she sang it in English, because I switched off. Like when it was the normal one, which is a terrible thing to say.
Finland were last again in that one with Neil.
Were they?
Yeah.
God. I mean, it's got to be a bit sad. It's sad when you come last all the time. Right, so 1983 went off. So this was her name was Karina Hermans from Luxembourg. She was a winner. And after the winner, I'm going to pronounce it. Les Caddy. I have to apologise to everybody for me pronouncing this because it's nothing like that. But you know what I mean? She won it with this anyway. So fair play to her.
Remember this one? It's a bit Olivia Newton-John, isn't it?
She's got an amazing voice. Good looking girl. See, and that was, I mean, she. When you see, I mean, I can't pronounce these things from Luxembourg. She continued to have. I didn't realize she continued to have loads of singles released.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, in Lux, I think it was in Luxembourg. It wasn't. Because I always forget, don't we? You just think, if you don't hear them in the UK,
ballads always do well, though, don't they?
Yeah. Ballads do absolutely amazing, and I think sometimes especially when you look at some of the 80s ones, when I was looking through them, I mean, I'm not saying any of them was similar because they weren't, but it's like you can see. I think people look at who won the year before, don't they? And they just think, oh, we'll try, and they still do that now. Because when I watch it now, I just think, don't try and do something that someone else has done. But you know what I mean? But this woman was actually, I think in 2001, she announced the results of the French televote. Oh, do you know when we do that? That makes me smile because some of them are just not there. I mean, I'm still talking about Eurovision, but when they do their televote nowadays,
and they try and be funny.
Yeah, and they're not. They just think you're not.
Just like, get on with it.
Right, so 1984 winner was from Sweden. I've done so many times.
Now this is a funny old title, isn't it?
Oh, you know what? It's called. Yeah, it's by the Harrys, and it's called Diggy. Is it Diggy Loo Diggy
Lay?
Wendy's face looks like she's just been dropped from the moon. What the hell is that?
I can't remember this one.
You know, when you watch it and you listen, I mean, I was going to say Campus Christmas, but Eurovision is Campus Christmas. That's what makes it.
Right,
so this is them singing. Are you ready? Go on. It's got a lot of energy. It might be a big fun from the 80s. We're going to go on to 1985 winner, which was
my favourite one.
I have to be honest, I do like this, and it's Bobby Socks from Norway winner, and it's called Ladder Swing, and it's. I'm gonna let you listen to this because I have to be honest, I really, really love this one. You do it in English as well.
Yeah, because they were on top of the pots.
Yeah. I do like. Come on, Jay.
They swing and roll.
Very Bucks Fizzy.
And roll.
Woo-hoo. I do love. Wendy, you look like I've just said to you that Mars is ready to come down.
I actually did not Google any of these songs whatsoever, so I wanted it to be.
Have you ever heard that one before?
I don't recall it at all.
You probably breastfeeding children, Doc. That's probably why you ain't got time.
Well,
to
85. 1985, I had my second child.
I was free and single.
Oh yeah, So it's a bit. I mean, to be honest, they were they were double at work then. I think they competed in '71 when they were 15 years of age, and they brought Norway the first ever victory with that. I love that song. I have to be honest, I love Eurovision. I mean, there is some songs that I think, but I do love Bobby Socks. I have to be honest, it's quite a catchy. And you're right, Karen, it is very Bucks Fizzy, isn't it? And I think that's probably why I like that sort of.
We came fourth.
Oh,
we're getting a bit better.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
That's not
and
bad.
last was Belgium with 7 points, which actually is good because it leads you on to your next one because they were last on this one.
Yay! Last on this one. And this is 1986. Sandra Kim for Belgium. And she won it with this. She's Italian descent, isn't she? And she nearly got in trouble because she was underage.
13.
She was underage. She was born in October 17, making her 13 at the time, and she told them all she was 15. So that's why the age changed, didn't it, eventually?
Yeah.
She weren't the youngest, though.
No. You know what it means?
I do love that song. J'aime la vie.
La vie.
You know what it means?
Not in the slightest.
I love life.
Oh, yes, it does. And I wrote all that down, but why did I not leave that out? Because I don't want to keep looking down at the notes.
Cyprus came last.
Did they?
Did they?
4 points. We came 7th.
Wow.
We're still not doing very well.
No.
Because this woman was born in 17. I mean, it was illegal to. You had to be 15 to sing in the Eurovision. She was 13, so she lied about her age. To be honest, I'm surprised she didn't take it off off. She's only 30. I mean, she's 13.
The youngest one, though, was she was 11.
Oh my God!
In 89, there was one in.
So, well, she was the youngest winner, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's the youngest winner, but
she was the youngest winner to the Eurovision when she. And then I think in 1990 they changed to the minimum age to just because of what happened. 30. I mean, when you watch, I tell you what, when people go and watch these videos of these, when you think she does not look 13. There's no one there.
You've got to move it at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, and I just think that's. I mean, they wouldn't have a clue that she was 13. You know what I mean? But I do love that. That's a good song as well. Right, we're on to 1987 now. So 1987 again is Johnny Hogan himself again. Brian Indonesians. Come on, take a listen. Just the two of us again. Make believe this moment you stay. You know this one, Wendy? Touch.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Get your lights out. Tonight could be all I have with you. From now on, you be with someone else.
No, this reminds me of David Soul's song.
Yes, very much so, Karen.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was coming out with songs like that.
Don't say you were just told me now. See, because he's one of the only people that have won that. A bit different now because I know that.
I expect there was a lot of baby booms this year, that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, but he holds, doesn't he? Because that's where he's got his name from, Mr. Eurovision, didn't he? Because he's the only person. Well, he was the only person that's won it twice. I know that Loreen has won it now, but at the time he was the only person to win it twice.
And he was on. He never had any gimmicks or.
No.
He just sat in a
She's
chair.
lovely voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just sang, didn't it? And it was, dude. See, I remember that as well. You know what I mean? That song was voted, I think, on the 50th anniversary of Eurovision, and we've gone past that now. It was voted as the third most popular song in history of the contest. I should have looked to see me do it too. It's in my head. It's booked space, but I don't think it. Making your mind up. I do love Johnny Logan. Johnny Logan, but what I think the good thing about with him as well wasn't it? It's like it was only 6 years later when he came back. I suppose it's a bit like now, isn't it? Because she's done the same thing as well, actually, Loreen. But that was within 2 years.
I'm sure Johnny Logan was a choir boy.
What's that?
I don't know. I just thought of that at the top of my head. It just looks like he should be a choir boy.
Choir. Right, number 1988 is just Switzerland was the winner by the amazing Celine Dion.
I know.
Celine Dion, Wendy won for Switzerland with Ne Pas de Pas. I can't pronounce it, so that's all you're going to get. And it's actually one of the closest and most exciting finishes of the Eurovision contest. She snatched
because
victory
we
by
were
a
only
single
1 point. We were 1 point behind her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really?
1 point.
Really?
So here she goes.
Yeah.
How can you not love Celine Dion?
Amazing.
It was called Ne Pas de Pas Sans War.
She's not Swiss though, is she? I'm sure she's French Canadian. Oh, amazing. She'd have been only young as well.
She was.
And do you know the thing is about as well, because the following year she sung Where Does My Heart Go?
At the opening.
Yeah, she did.
Mm.
I love that song. Where Does My Heart? Oh, Celine Dion, bless her. She was brilliant, weren't she? And I do like. I love that. I don't love it, but I like that song. I like it because it's Celine. If I'm honest, you know what I mean? And it's such an amazing song. Right, we're going on to the last one now. 1989, and see, I love this song as well. And this is by Yugoslavia was the winner, and the group was called River. And the song was called Rock Me. And I have to be honest, I do listen to it. Well, it's called Rock Me Baby, isn't it? I can say Rock Me. Go on. See, I love that song.
That was close as well that year.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we were second again that year, and there was 6 points in it.
See what I mean?
Wow.
That was on the 34th edition, wasn't it? But that felt to make an impact on the European charts, though. And I like that.
Who sang for us in '89 then?
Who was for us? I don't know. I didn't put their names down.
No.
I know we won 130 points. We won by 130 points, and we were second. Why do I always get it wrong? By Live Report.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
Never really heard of them, but we came second.
No. I've never heard of them. But
in the facts is that the songs are never allowed to be longer than 3 minutes.
No.
And they weren't allowed, apparently, to be more than 6 people on the stage.
Yeah. See, but now, but then when you think about that, I think that's in the 80s, but the rules got to completely change.
Oh, yeah, they changed.
You watch them now, it's like, you can have everything but your bloody go-go dancers on there, can't you?
I remember, I'm sure there was a rule that they weren't allowed to be anywhere televised or anything beforehand, whereas now it's different.
It's all promoted, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they tried to keep it, didn't they? So that, they have to promote everything now. But it's like, you know yourself, whatever you do nowadays, you have to promote. You can't just. I suppose in the 80s, it's like some of the things we spoke about. I think in the 80s, but Eurovision, you had to, you had to. I don't understand how they did promote it. I know they wouldn't do it, but how do you promote it any other way? Because nowadays you've got social media, haven't you? Whereas in the 80s you didn't.
No,
you didn't have mobile phones, for God's sake.
That's probably why.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And but they were massive, weren't they? And I think the audience was, I don't know. I don't know whether the audience was bigger in the 80s than it is now. I don't know. I know that. To be honest, billions and billions of people watch Eurovision.
They were very what's the word? The presenters were very
Boring.
Robotic, weren't they?
Robotic, yes.
There was no funniness at all.
Did you
but
say
it
Wendy?
was,
Boring.
Yeah, honestly. Yes, Wendy,
yes. And they had
When
the
you
little
s-
cards in their hands.
yeah. And when you watch them now from the 80s, when I watch them from the 80s, they stand there and it's like, this is Yugoslavia singing so and so. You just think, look,
Mhm.
you have honestly, your knickers are either too tight or you're needing a good scene to.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
were
No,
very
I
prim
won't
and proper, weren't they? Very prim and
I won't take that out. Oh, but nowadays it's a bit different because they're all excited, aren't they? They just look
Yeah.
like they've been fingered beyond an inch of their life. No, I will.
Yeah.
I will take that out.
And
It
who
got
can
exciting
wear,
after Terry Wogan
Take that
started
out.
doing it.
I will keep. But they just nowadays they're all hype, aren't they? But they used to sit there, didn't they? Like you said, they'd sit there with a piece of paper and they go, "And this is Yugoslavia, and this is the song." And you just think to you are tight. You just think, smile. You're on telly, love.
Because
I know
didn't
you
they give them the scores through an earpiece?
Yeah, they did do.
And they used to stand there like that going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
As if
Wyoming.
you're
I
Yeah.
might know me.
Wyoming, Five Points, United Kingdom, Sector. I always wanted to do.
What I
always
have to
wanted
laugh
to do
is
Terry
when-
Wogan's bit.
when they go to each country and interview and get the points off the people
Now,
online.
yeah.
Now, and then it's like who can dress the most
Extravagant.
extravagant. Who
Slaggy.
can show them,
Mm.
you know?
Who can wear the least clothing, the better. That's what they do it for nowadays.
It's like, come on,
But,
we
but
just
in
want
the- but when you,
What's the
yeah. But when you think in the 80s, they were like that, weren't they? Because they weren't
It's
allowed
the
to wear
one
anything.
that when they won, was it the second time when Johnny Logan won? That I know that was one of the last ones, but did they not, when they did it in Ireland, didn't they have River Dance?
Oh, they might have done. You might have been right. I remember
There
watching
was
them.
River Dance in one of them, but I can't remember what year that was. But Ireland had won, and then they hosted it, and River Dance
You
was
might
on.
be right because I can't. Because I don't think if Ireland won,
It was
since
amazing
Johnny
in its
Logan,
time, and everybody thought it was
I don't
amazing.
think Johnny. Oh, do you know what? Tell me in the comments down here. Have Ireland won since Johnny Logan?
I think they won.
They probably
a few
are.
times, yeah.
They might have done, but and when was Riverdance out? Because we can't remember.
I don't know.
can't remember.
I'm getting confused.
But yeah,
I just remember it was fantastic at the time. I just remember being absolutely blown away by it.
yeah, it was good, wasn't it? And I always say that it's like when I watch Eurovision now, and I mean I did love the earlier stuff. For me, it's probably
How brilliant was that? Absolutely brilliant episode again. So please, if you'd like to join me, drop me a message. Say, Jay, I would love to be on your podcast. Tell me, there's quite a few different parts of the 80s podcast to do. So any episode you'd like to do, or if you just want to chat to me about growing up in the 80s, please drop me a message. Let me know. I'm on all the social medias. You can message me and we'll get you on. We'll have a great time. So please comment, subscribe, like, share. Not the singer share, as brilliant as that would be. Could we get share on? That'd be brilliant if we could. So please have a great day, you beautiful lot.